So we played about 4-ish holes. What do you feel like was the biggest takeaway from today?
For one, just some different thoughts to help play smarter. You need to yeah, just kind of learned some different ways to attack holes whenever, because my driver just wasn't feeling very good, so learned some ways to go about still being able to score without having that club in my bag. And then just learn some different ways to think about some shots on different sorts of lies. So.
Okay. So for the downhill one, you remember what we talked about?
Keep the weight on my heels and get a little bit more bend in the knees to help with your balance through.
Perfect. And then the uphill one, you remember that one?
And then the opposite, weight on the toes.
Yep, it's a little bit flatter swing.
Yep.
Okay, good. I think also too, we talked about, we worked on your chipping with like hitting that a little bit more. We're getting away from the forward press so much and getting a little bit more of that spinning shot, but I do think we need to still have that little bump and run just a little bit.
Yep.
So I think we talked about that just on some shots. It doesn't need to be every shot with it, but we also talked that that's something you've been practicing a lot. You feel really confident. So I think in your practice, I would still maybe set aside just a little bit of time on those little bump and run ones, just so you have it and feel it.
Yep.
I think definitely. And then we kind of talked about when we were driving in, kind of the cut shot and the draw shot, just kind of how that felt. Definitely on the course, you say you go to the range, try and feel that. My question to you: what would happen if you get on the range and that cut shot? It's just not cut.
For one, I think that my strategy would just change on how to play for the day. I don't play as much stroke play where it matters as far as my overall score for the day, but if I go out and do that and I cannot feel a cut, then I would, for example, the first hole we played, I wouldn't hit the driver if I was more worried about my score, because I had those thoughts in my head and did not have the feeling to hit a cut. So with that, it would just be smarter to play something that I can get in the fairway and still make a good score on.
So you're still gonna hit driver, or are you gonna hit?
No, I would probably hit either 3-iron or hybrid. Yeah.
So you don't want to see the ball. You wouldn't roll with the draw with the driver.
Not if I am hooking the ball and there is a road on my left.
Yeah, because there's definitely some holes you can still hit driver here, even if you're not feeling too well with it. Just like 5, you've got a lot of room. You have to go way left.
Yep.
Can happen, but par 5. Okay. Any questions for me on anything we went over today?
Not necessarily, no.
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 Okay. Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you.
Yep.